president refused to help?
President Grant has made her decision. Nothing we do now will change that. She made that crystal clear.
That's it? That's what I get by having Olivia Pope on my team. Resignation. You were supposed to convince her. What happened when we left the room?
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. What'd you talk about?
What do you think we talked about? We talked about you.
Me?
You think the president doesn't get a full briefing on every person who sets foot in her office, especially when that person's got a past like yours? And at least she'd made up her mind before you even opened your mouth. That woman is impossible.
She's passionate about the case.
And I'm not passionate about the case. It's not my fault. Mellie has chosen to be petty.
It's not Annalise's fault either. Maybe I could go back and try to change Mellie's mind.
Or maybe we don't need Mellie.
What?
Cut out the middleman. Put pressure on the Supreme Court ourselves. The 14th Amendment guarantees equal protection under the law, which is simply impossible if public defenders are unable to meet the same standards as their privately paid counterparts. The Supreme Court must act to correct that injustice.
You need a majority to win a case in the Supreme Court, but to have it heard only takes 4 judges.
Stupid rule of 4.
Justice Gutierrez has already expressed his support for Team Liv. She only needs 3 more.
Luckily, Kensington and Marsh are super into states' rights. There's no way they'd entertain this case.
Which leaves these 6. We get 4 of them on our side, and Annalise Keating is done.
Of course, Justice Rivas believes in the right to counsel, but the Constitution doesn't say anything about the right to good counsel. She's a strict constitutionalist.
You don't say.
Public defenders are overworked and underpaid, resulting in an inordinate amount of plea deals. Innocent people are willfully going to jail simply because they're poor.
There's no doubt the system is broken, but should the federal government get involved in a state program?
Absolutely not, which is why I will rule to send the case back to the Pennsylvania Circuit Court.
I'm sorry, Mr. Walker, but I have a more pressing matter to attend to.
Your Honor, what could be more pressing than 90% of defendants being unable to afford competent counsel?
Excuse me. Hold tight.
Justice passed.
3 down, 1 to go. So it all rests on
Justice Mark Spivey.
Of course, he's always the swing vote. Wild card. There's no telling what he'll do, and he never reveals how he's ruling beforehand.
Just got off the phone with Spivey's law clerk and he agrees with you, Liv. With a little more media push, he can be swayed.
Good. Let's set up a sit down for me and Noah Baker.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, you're right. It should be a woman. Maybe Francesca Hunter?
No, I don't think it's a good idea for you to do the interview. I should do it.
You.
Yes, it's my case. Put me on camera.
If I do that, they will tear you apart, bring up all your past sins.
Fine, bring it on. I'm tired of hiding in the shadows. Truth is our greatest weapon. You said so yourself.
Truth can be unpredictable. At this point, what's most important is staying on message and selling this to Justice Spivey.
Just like you sold it to President Grant.
Are you questioning my tactics?
Should I be?
How about you both do the interview together?
Excuse me.
Annalise, you can convey the passion behind the case, tug at Spivey's heartstrings. And if the interview begins to take a turn towards personal issues, then Miss Pope, you can steer it back to what's most important. This case, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank God.
If we do this right, this interview could be the push that Spivey needs to hear the case.
I'll set it up.
I'll call Spivey's people to make sure he's watching.
Great.
Please tell me you know a good hairdresser.
You're telling me Spivey is clean?